Ah, there's that mod view. How you doing, Ashley Amber? Welcome to the stream. First one in here. Respect. Ah, Mr. Goodwin. Hello. How's it going? All the hype got you? I'm glad. I'm excited too. The show will begin in 4 minutes. Went live a little early. Make sure the connection's stable as you do. Gives me time to tweet it out and everything. The show will begin in about 4 minutes, maybe 3.5, if I'm feeling generous. How's everybody? How you doing though? Everybody doing good? Have a good Christmas. Welcome to the stream, Jay. Hello, Aaron. A rare sighting. You'll hear it soon. I can't play it non-stop, otherwise I'll just get muted. A rare sighting from Aaron. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Tofa, Quincy. How's it going? The show will begin in a few minutes. I went live early. BJ. How you doing, BJ? I guess before we get started, you got to give a shout out to everyone else who makes this stream possible. Of course, everyone who uploads the cores that we use, everyone who watches the stream, but then the people who make everything look beautiful. Aaron and BJ in the chat right there. Aaron does all the belts, all the arenas. BJ does all the graphics. Looks spicy. I care about a Topher sighting. I've always cared about a Topher sighting. Welcome to the stream, Mamba. Welcome to the stream, Mercer. No, don't spell it right. Don't give him that satisfaction. We don't pronounce it right. You shouldn't spell it right. We have got 2 minutes until it all goes down. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Burns. Nice to see ya. That recap of the card, well, not recap, preview of the card will be coming in just a few moments. I've got to switch my stream face on. I know you can't see it. No, you know what it is. Hey, Echo! Yes! Yes! How you doing, Echo? And how does the mic sound, by the way? Is it too loud? Is it bang on point? And everyone's got to be perfect, so just hit me up. Let me know. Let me know. Hit me up. Echo. Ah, yes! Mic sounds perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mercer. Oh, how long we got? How long we got? 1 minute! Maybe one day. Could happen again one day. What double duty this weekend? Welcome to stream, Dudek. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Legends. Oh, you know, it's 5 o'clock now. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day one of Broadway Bash. The biggest show of the winter. Our biggest show of the year. Welcome, Alvius. And what a card we have across 2 days. We're looking at around 6 to 7 hours worth of matches. It's going to be incredibly spicy. For those who for some reason have forgotten, or maybe they didn't even know the day one card, let me give you the full rundown. Are you ready for this? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off the first of 9 matches tonight, 8-man Battle Royale. They didn't even know who was in the match until about 5 minutes ago. We have 8 men. Nobody knows who they are apart from the men themselves. If they win, the last man standing, they will get a shot at the television championship on the Fallout episode of Ignition. The second match of the night, Brian Jacobson, Benny Banks. Their career culminates tonight, and if Jacobson loses, his UIW career is over. Third match of the evening, singles action. Adam Richards, Matt Brooks started off with a little bit of a verbal back and forth, exploded into much more than that, costing each other big opportunities, but tonight they collide in singles action for our third match. Fourth match of the evening, golden ticket ladder match. Madison Miles, Alice Blake, Ali Cage, Jasmine Crossings, Julia R. Hattrick, Amber Reed, Lexington Damson, and Arai collide. First person to climb the ladder will get a shot anytime, anywhere at the Women's Championship. The fifth match of the night, Rob Cross couldn't fit on the card, so he put himself on the card, calls it the People's Main Event. Who will he face? We'll have to wait and see. Then, what are we at now? Number 6? Number 6, Jade Dynamite, Quinn Bell, the rubber match of ages. They are 2-2 in their career history. Well, tonight they're looking to one-up each other and make it 3-2, but who will come out with the win, we'll have to wait and see. Welcome, Quincy. Tertiary main event. Ricky Delaney is closing in on JT Smooth's longest reign with a television title. Could JT Smooth claim it back? Will he prove Gridlock was a fluke? We'll find out in the tertiary main event, but the main event, a co-main event, sorry. Valkyrie could have won the UIW Women's Championship in her debut in the main event of Gridlock, but Megan Cooper attacked her mid-match, attacked her after the match. There's been various attacks during the build-up to this show, but tonight, one of them will pick up the win. And then the main event, 2 absolute Goliaths. Marco Punish, Tone White collide in what will be an explosive main event to end night 1. The 2 biggest, most powerful men in the company. Only one man can stay standing at the end of it. Who will it be? We'll find out by the end of the night. What a card it's set to be. The predictions are locked in. The contest is ready to go. I've got them all written down. I've got the odds written out. You know, here's a fun fact. The biggest underdog across both days is Megan Cooper. Only 3 votes out of 18. Valkyrie being the biggest favorite over the 2 days. That's a big discrepancy there. But ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, 8-man high-stakes battle royale, the winner of which will challenge for the television championship on the Fallout episode of Ignition. Will it be against Ricky Delaney? Will it be against JT Smooth? We'll find out later on tonight, but let's get right into our first matchup. So, of course, we don't know any of the 8 men in this matchup. Only the men involved know, and they only found out moments before the show. So every single one of these is going to be a whoa. I believe they are all people on the roster. I don't believe we'll be seeing any debuts. And out first, the leader of the kingdom, George King, former #1 contender for the UIW World Heavyweight Championship back at Ticket to Broadway. Will be looking to maybe make up for his bad month he's had and earn himself #1 contendership for the television championship. Of course, his 2 disciples, the Fallen, John Reed and Crow, unable to get themselves in that tag team championship match on day 2. Maybe George King can cap off Broadway Bash on a high. Should he pick up the win here to kick off the show? Certainly, I mean, I don't know who the other 7 are, but certainly could be a favourite. Former #1 contender, man who's been around the block over a few years now. Well, he's been 4 years now into the business. I see that, Echo. I love the colour scheme too. BJ certainly did a good job, and so did Aaron. Of course, Aaron whipped up that beautiful Broadway Bash logo, and BJ splashed the colour onto the screen with these graphics. I love it. Exactly, yeah. One half of the first ever mixed match extravaganza winners. Won it with Haley Jones, who is now our women's champion. But who will be the second man to enter this 8-man over the top rope high stakes battle royale for #1 contendership for the television championship? We've got 7 more to go. But next up, is gonna be the man who won a triple threat to gain entry to this matchup. Doug Thompson calls himself the chosen one of UIW. He won a triple threat match, what, 2 weeks ago? He's the only man who was confirmed for this 8-man over the top rope high stakes battle royale. One of the top prospects, of course, debuted teaming with Isaiah Storm. Actually, I believe beat Isaiah Storm to get into this high stakes battle royale. Of course, they lost to the Mustache Powers, who are now one half of our tag team championship match on day 2. Damn, Aaron. Get that education, huh? No, so the week after the pay-per-view will be a break. I've got a pretty nasty schedule at work, but I'm working the days I'd normally be streaming, I'm pretty sure, so I'm working an evening on Friday, so there will be a week gap. I'm looking into making that week gap worth it though. We're coming up with something spicy, don't worry. Doug Thompson, though, certainly looking confident. I mean, this is his biggest match of his career. It's not, for some of these men like George King, not their biggest match. They might not be as hungry as a newcomer, a young upstart like Doug Thompson. This is the biggest match of his career. It's the biggest stage, and it's the prelude. It's the first match of the night. He's certainly going to have the hunger going into this matchup, but of course, we don't know who else is in the match just yet. Maybe there's someone hungrier. Maybe there's someone with even more drive, desire to climb up the card. You get it now? But the third man out in this high-stakes battle royale is going to be none other than the man, the sus god himself, Mike Angel. Narrowly missed out on the #1 contendership for the television championship. He ended up going to no wait, no, that was a different match. Ignore me. That was the Takeshi match. I was thinking of someone else. But he narrowly missed out on the win earlier on in the week. It was an over-top battle royale. It was the last-ditch chance to get into television championship match. He came so close, eliminated everybody, and then Jason eliminated him. The sus god Mike Angel, could he walk away with this contendership? Certainly would be the fan favorite in this matchup so far, that's for sure. I don't know who has the best theme in this matchup so far. I mean, a lot of people would say George King. But to quote the sus god himself, this is too sus. So we got 3 of the 8 men in the ring right now. We still got 5 more to go. as we await the arrival of the fourth man in this over-the-top rope high-stakes Battle Royale contendership match. That's quite the mouthful to get out in one burst. But Super Tijuana might be the biggest man in this matchup. Going to have the size advantage definitely over everyone else so far. Of course, we've still got 4 more entrants. Aaron's going to stay out for the whole show. He will. I'll force him. But Super Tijuana might be the biggest man in this matchup. Of course, there might be more to come, but as of right now, the biggest man in this matchup, the man who will have the size and strength advantage. Certainly pumped, just like Doug Thompson. This would be his biggest match, maybe in UIW, maybe in his whole career. Chance to be #1 contender for that UIW Television Championship, which we'll see in tonight's tertiary main event. JT Smooth looking to retain the belt. Ricky Janani looking to defend the belt. Who can eliminate Tijuana? We'll have to wait and see. That was entrant number 4. Remember your entrant numbers for those who did the predictions, because here comes number 5. I think number 6 was picked the most. Can't remember who number 6 is. But here comes number 5. Looking to make his way down from the back. Chase Owens going to be bringing out a little bit of a Joker attire for Broadway Bash. Big Joker fan. Chase Owens, the 6th man. Did he die? Look at the commitment. This man dyed his beard and his hair for this attire. He saw how much luck Bozo had, and he's like, you know what? Let me try and be like Bozo for one night. Can Chase Owens be the man to pick up the win in tonight's contenders match? He'll certainly have confidence. I mean, everyone's got a 1 in 8 chance, theoretically. I mean, you've got to think the bigger guys have a bigger chance. The odds-on favourite, based on the predictions, is number 6. I believe 7 and 8 are tied, and then I think 4 also has 2, and then every other number has 1. Welcome back, Namba. But yeah, Chase is a former contender for the television championship, was unsuccessful. Maybe if he wins this one, he'll be more successful next time around. Will it be the Joker attire that gets him there? Six men in the ring right now. Is it 6? No, is this 5th? This might be 5th. I've lost count. We'll have to count back. I think this is 5th. I think the next one's 6th. I'm losing count already. Oh, we might have some opposition for Super Tijuana's size advantage. Hans von Braun will be the next man out. This is number 6 then. So this is the most popular number, and it might not be a bad pick. Biggest man in the matchup. Number 6, the favourite number for predictions. The odds-on favourite. You'll hear me say that a lot tonight. Is it going to get muted? Lovely. I don't think Hans' theme's muted a previous show. I don't think we actually had a fully muted show since the restart. We've had it be demonetized, which is fine. Doug Thompson was the second guy. So next up would be entrant number 7. We have 2 more to go until we get the full lineup for the high stakes television championship number 1 contendership match. Doug, the second guy Thompson. He'll be dubbed that name. So I did there a little bit of rhyme. Out next though, spot number 7. Kazoshi, the maniacal monkey. Gonna be taking number 7. He's on a bit of a streak right now. A 3-match winning streak for Kazoshi. Could he carry that momentum and walk out with number 1 contendership? He's just eliminated. No, he hasn't eliminated himself. He went through the middle rope. Oh, that filter. You got the monkey? Have you got number 7? Well, who's number 8 going to be? Last and most certainly not least in the high stakes battle royale for number 1 contendership, it is going to be the magnificent one himself. Bozo, the magnificent, coming out at number 8, making himself the last man in this number 1 contendership television championship match. The winner of this will challenge the television championship on the Fallout episode of Ignition. Bozo did indeed make the card. He must have begged, he must have pleaded. But he's here. And in style, look at that suave jacket. Two clowns indeed. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 8 men, 1 man will be left standing. And we've got Tijuana and Doug Thompson going at it. We've got Bozo and Kazoshi, Mike Angel and Hans, and George King and Chase. It looks like Mike Angel looking for an early elimination over one of the biggest guys in this matchup. And the favorite, number 6, picked Hans Von Braun, but he escapes, as does Tijuana. Oh, wait! Someone just got thrown over the top. I didn't see who it was. Bozo just eliminated Kazoshi straight away. Bozo the Magnificent with 1 elimination in this high stakes battle royale. And there goes Kazoshi. And we are down to 7. Number 7 has been eliminated. Oh, wait a minute. Hans, the favorite, eliminated by Angel. And we are down to 6. Welcome to the stream, Nightmare Wolf 9. How are you doing? Looks like Super Tijuana looking to eliminate Chase. Chase gonna fight out of it. Oh, Tijuana! Tijuana in trouble against the ropes. They're all unloading on him with these right hands, and there goes King! Number 1 is eliminated. And we are down to 5. I believe number 1 only got, the only one with more than 1 vote left in it is number 4, which I believe is Tijuana. Oh, number 8 also had 3, so Bozo as well. Everyone else had 1. Tijuana, the only big man left in this matchup. Certainly going to have the power advantage. Everyone should be teaming up against him. I don't know if they'll even be thinking about that right now or they'll be paying attention. Yeah, I know I did, but I'm just trusting that there won't be an equal Chase Owens looking to eliminate Mike Angel here. No, Mike Angel with an elbow to the face. Wait, Mike Angel just falls back against the ropes. Rested. Nice powerbomb there by Tijuana. We're going to forget that time when Sunshine there. No, I'm not going to talk about it. Don't worry. Big boot to the midsection. Talk about ha-ha-has on their body. You remember that, Aaron? 2K15 Sunshine? Mike Angel, though. Oh, wait! Oh, Chase almost got eliminated by Bozo. And Mike Angel almost got eliminated by Doug, but he's able to slip free. Goes for a little jab, doesn't connect. Boot to the midsection by Doug. Still got 5 more men in this matchup. Angel now in the corner, as is Chase. Oh, Bozo! Hey, Bozo! Shows Chase who the real clown is. Throws him over the top rope and to the outside. And now Bozo, Doug Thompson, Super Tijuana, and Mike Angel. It was just 8 members of the roster. Sweep of the leg and a boot to the inner thigh by Bozo the Magnificent. Mike Angel looking to pick Tijuana up. Now Tijuana though. Fireman's carry, and there goes Bozo! The Magnificent One came out, eliminated the other clown, and then got thrown over the top, and we are down to Mike Angel, Doug Thompson, and Super Tijuana. And Mike Angel perhaps looking to put hurting on Doug Thompson here. Doug Thompson catches the leg, and an inside sweep to take Angel off his feet. Where's pundit Adam Richards? Oh, went for the cutter. Got counted. Angel now in the corner. Stunned against the top turnbuckle. Oh! Angel is out, and we're down to Tijuana. Went for the low blow. Completely missed. And we are down to Super Tijuana and Doug Thompson for this fight, for this television championship contendership. This is both for their biggest match in their career. 2 upstarts, 2 newcomers to the business. Whoa, went for an enziguri there, got parried away. Elbow to the midsection. Number 4 was picked way more than number 2. Big right hand by Thompson, goes for the body shot. Tijuana having absolutely none of it. Big boot by Tijuana. Stomp right on that bicep. Super Tijuana could be closing in on that contendership. Head in between the legs, up on the shoulders. Here comes Super Tijuana with a nice powerbomb. All over Doug right now. Doug ducks the roundhouse kick, throws Tijuana into the far right corner. Could be looking at Doug Thompson. No! Tijuana throws him into the corner, and now Super Tijuana going to use that strength advantage to hoist Doug Thompson up onto the top ropes. Thompson could be in trouble, trying to fight out of it. But it looks like it's going to be Super Tijuana who will be challenging for the television championship match. On the Fallout episode of Ignition, Super Tijuana will face either JT Smooth or Ricky Delaney. Damn, Bozo got what he deserved. That's harsh. Why are you going to punch Topher? But Super Tijuana with the win, the biggest stage of his career. And he earns himself number 1 contendership in our opening matchup. But up next, we move into singles action. A long, storied rivalry started off as a partnership, but that all fell apart at Ticket to Broadway.
think about it. Just think about it. Lately I've been skeptical, silent when I would used to speak, distant from all around me, to witness me fail and become weak. Life is overwhelming, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'd love to be the one to disappoint you when I don't fall down, but you don't understand when I'm attempting to explain, because you know it all and I guess things will never change. But you might need my hand when falling in your hole. Your disposition I'll remember when I'm letting go of you and me. We're through and
Brian Jacobson! Jackie Gibson's here!
Then nothing is wrong until you're crying, and you make believe that life is so long until you're dying. You think that everybody is the same. I don't think that anybody is like you. You think that everybody is the same. I don't think that anybody is like you.
And here we go. Singles action. Not just pride on the line, career on the line. Brian Jacobson, I mean, he's been wrestling for quite a long time. Obviously not in UIW. Where did he start? LOP, I believe. And then ran Lionheart. Had a little dabble in some other shows. I know he was in CMV for a little bit. Now here in UIW, should he not win tonight, his career would come to a close. Here he is, though. Rocking a swaggy set of tights. Echo, you're in the Discord. I need you. Can Brian Jacobson get the job done tonight? Overcome Benny Banks? Certainly won't be easy. Benny Banks got a pin over the UIW World Heavyweight Champion in tag team action not too long ago. I mean, he's on the hot run of form right now. I mean, the form he's in, it's not going to be easy for Brian Jacobson to get the one up on him. Could be the last time we see Brian Jacobson in a UIW ring. Arthur Snow was Echo's dancing core. Oh, look at that. Look at that little waist belt that BJ's got on. That's a BJ versus Benny Banks. I can't quite read the back. BJ versus Banks. That's pretty nice. That's a nice touch. But now here comes the problem child of UIW, Benny Banks. strutting his way down the ramp without a care in the world. He's confident he can end Jacobson's career tonight. Over the next, I imagine, 15, 20 minutes or so, we'll get an answer. These two men could have been tag team champions together. That's exactly what Benny Banks is. He's a problem child. I'm sure he doesn't even know what he's going to do. Stepped off that apron, left BJ to fend for himself, cost them both the titles. And now it's looking to cost BJ his career. But here we go. Singles action. First match of the main card. And the bell is rung. And here we go. And there is no feeling out process. Backbreaker straight out of the gate by BJ. And a stomp to the inner thigh. A boot to the lower back. Another boot to the lower back. And a boot off the chin. He's not done there though. Twisting that arm round. Looking to work on those fingers. That small joint manipulation. Certainly way more, I don't know, of a rougher style we're seeing out of the gate by Brian Jacobson. He understands the stakes here tonight. In fact, the stakes for every single match are high. Of course, the next pay-per-view after Broadway Bash is going to be Unchained. We know there's going to be 3 elimination chambers. We don't know what they're for, but you've got to imagine if you win at Broadway Bash, you're going to put yourself in quite the position to be in one of those chambers. Obviously, for BJ, the chamber doesn't mean much right now. It's about securing his career, and right now it's Benny Banks in control as he drops an elbow across the knee. Welcome to the stream. Haven't missed too much, just the opening. High-stakes battle royale for #1 contendership, which we saw Super Tijuana become #1 contender. Welcome. I see you there, Dave. Welcome to the stream. Don't think I don't see you. If I missed anybody, by the way, welcome to the stream, everybody. Benny Banks in control right now, slamming Brian Jacobson back of the head first into the mat. BJ, though, quickly back to his feet off of a boot to the head and a clothesline over the top rope. And look at BJ! Look at BJ! Saying, come get some! I love this. BJ picking Benny Banks up to his feet, slamming him face first off the apron. BJ just targeting the liver of Benny Banks there. Takes him off his feet. Of course, we've got a 10 count here. Backbreaker. I doubt either of these men want to win by count out. But could you imagine how much that would sting if Brian Jacobson lost his career by way of count out? Hard Irish whip now. Underneath the bottom rope goes Benny. Oh, BJ. Slamming Benny's face off the apron. And BJ quickly gets back in the ring, sensing the near 10 count that was approaching. Going to drag Benny away from the ropes and maybe look for a first pinfall attempt of the evening. One. Only going to be a 1 count. Once he can count. Backhand there by Brian Jacobson. Now a stomp to the arm. BJ really going to town on the lower back of Benny Banks here. Into the pin once again. Might be a rope break though. No rope break. He could have reached it if he tried. But you see how Benny Banks covered that left arm. Pushed it in tightly against this midsection, preventing Benny Banks from reaching the ropes. As BJ now slips an arm underneath the chin, trying to wear down Banks, trying to slow the pace down, let him dictate the pace of this matchup, and empty the gas tank of Benny Banks, who's now looking to power back up to his feet. Elbow to the midsection, followed by a second one. That's going to force a release. Both men back to their feet. Benny looked for something there, but BJ was a little bit quick on the draw. Rebounds off the ropes. BJ ducks underneath, and then an arm drag, which sends Benny across the ring. BJ certainly looking sharp tonight, which might be his final career matchup. Here, right corner there, Benny Banks with a lariat from behind. Benny Banks, look at this deadlift. Up in the air for a nice backdrop. And Benny Banks now has the chance maybe to secure some momentum in this matchup into the pin. Only going to be a 1 count. Too soon, but even the count of 1 it forces your opponent to expend some energy to kick out and get up to his feet. If you've got someone on top of you literally holding your shoulders against the mat, you're not just going to be able to budge them off like that unless you're a big guy like Marco. Now it's BJ's turn to be on the receiving end of this choke hold. Benny Banks, arm underneath the chin, cutting off the oxygen flow. Brian Jacobson going to have to fight his way back to his feet, but so far unsuccessfully. Benny Banks really tugging on that neck. Roll him over onto his side, boot to the back. Lateral press once again. One. Only going to be a 1 count though. Stomp to the back. Knee to the side of the head of Brian Jacobson. Stomp straight on the bridge of the nose. Benny Banks looking to go to the top rope, and Benny Banks, big elbow drop from the top. Into the pin, lateral press, pec to pec, 1, 2, only a 2 count. Now going to drag Brian Jacobson face down towards the center of the ring. Welcome to the stream, Baker17. Hope you're doing well. Rolls BJ over onto his midsection. Grabbing him from the midsection up in the air. Another backdrop by Benny Banks. Irish whip by Benny. Sends BJ into the corner. Goes for that lariat. But this time BJ had it scouted. Little crucifix there by the paragon of virtue. Stomp to the lower back of Benny Banks and a stomp to the, what was that, midsection? Stomp to the lower back, another one. Benny really getting his lower back worked by Brian Jacobson tonight. Arm tucked under nicely. You see how it's pressed against the back by the knee, unable to move it, and now some small joint manipulation once again by BJ. You see he's coming out tonight, guns blazing. He's way less reserved. He's way more aggressive. He knows what he's fighting for, and he knows the stakes. Welcome to the stream, Kriska94. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream. Into the pin here, hooks the leg. Does Brian Jacobson going to try and secure victory here early on, but not even a 1 count. Still very early on in our second match of the evening. A boot to the back by Brian Jacobson, going to drag Benny Banks up to his feet by his hair. And another one of these back breakers from Brian Jacobson. Stomp to the midsection, another stomp. Stomp to the midsection again. BJ setting him right up for another boot. Brian Jacobson has it all to fight for tonight. Like I said earlier, I mean, for Benny Banks, yes, he gets into that elimination chamber, potentially at Unchained. If you win at Broadway Bash, you'd put yourself in a nice position. But for these two, it's not really about what's coming up next. It's about what's about right now. These two have been going at each other's throats since ticket to Broadway. You know, this match is months in the making. For these two, it just matters about right now. Maybe the people later on the card may be thinking about, oh, if I win, I get in a chamber. But these two right now, it's career and pride all on the line. Backing up here is Benny with a knee to the side of the head. Gonna roll him over. BJ face down against the mat. Once again propped up for this backdrop by Benny Banks. He stomps straight to the face. Benny looking to once again go to the top rope. Once again look to fly. You know high risk is always a risky maneuver, especially in UIW where rarely any top rope moves seem to hit. But Benny Banks going to take a chance and a nice drop kick by the problem child of UIW. But BJ going to play it smart, roll to the outside, take some time to recuperate. But Benny Banks not going to give him that time. Quickly going to roll to the outside, and there's a little chop. But again, BJ targets that liver, dropping Benny Banks on the outside. Of course, you've got to watch out for that 10 count. It is a standard singles matchup. We don't want a 10 count. We don't want a count out. Imagine losing your career by count out or DQ. Grabbing Benny by the ears up to his feet. Big check right hand, a chop and a roundhouse kick, which drops Benny to one knee, quickly recovers. Good chin on him there, overhand right. And another chop straight against the chin. Boot to the midsection, spinning soul kick. Benny dropped to his knees, he stands on the hand, and a boot to the back. Maliciousness here by Brian Jacobson. Reverse DDT by BJ. Now looking to grab Benny Banks up to his feet. Hard Irish whip. Going to end this match back into the ring before the count of 10. Stomp to the lower back, and a stomp to the midsection. Straight to the face. Benny Banks again working straight on that small joint manipulation. Not slowed down a moment as this matchup. We didn't have a feeling out process. These two have just come out guns blazing since the get-go, and now once again arm underneath the chin, trying to suck the air out of the lungs of Benny Banks, cutting off the oxygen flow to the head. Second time in this matchup. Can Benny get out this time like he could earlier on? No, he can't. Brian Jacobson starting to get to Benny Banks now. Hooks the leg. Once again. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. Jay has Benny Banks in that seated position. And look at him taunting in the corner. He can feel the end coming. Up on the top rope. He's taking it easy. Taking it easy in what could be his last match. Boot to the midsection of Benny Banks, grabbing him by the ears, up to his feet. And Brian Jacobson with a spine buster. Benny Banks could be in trouble. Brian Jacobson going to drag him towards the center of the ring, maybe for a pinfall attempt. Will this be enough to save the career of BJ? Not quite. Going to be a 2 count. But this might be enough. Benny Banks slowly but surely getting to his feet, but right into the clutches of Brian Jacobson. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Welcome to the stream, Christy Sonic fan. Hope you're doing well. Now looking to drag Benny towards the center of the ring. A near fall there from Brian Jacobson. Boot to the chin. And again, look at Brian Jacobson resorting to the fingers. Bending them back in ways they're not supposed to bend. Dropping those knees across the lower back. Gonna hook the leg on Benny Banks. Will that be enough for the 3 count? Not quite. Still a 2. And our second match of the evening continues on. BJ blowing him a kiss. Elbow to the upper body, followed by a second, followed by a third. BJ certainly come out on the offensive tonight. Come out with a goal, come out with a mission to secure victory and retain his career. Another 2 count. And Benny Banks continues to show his resiliency. I mean, this man, as I mentioned, pinned the UIW World Heavyweight Champion earlier on this month. That is not an easy feat to do. Not many men have a pinfall victory over Dudek. Oh, but yes, it was a tag match. Still got the pin over the champion. Oh, again, that stop to the hand and a boot to the back. Stomp on the bridge of the nose of Benny Banks. Boot to the side of the head. Another boot to the side of the head. A third boot to the side of the head. Turn Benny around. Boot to the midsection. And a boot to the midsection again. Yeah, it's surprised nobody's been busted open yet. It's rare that we go a long match in UIW without a bit of blood. I'm sure we'll get some at some point tonight. I'd be surprised if that main event doesn't get one. The power that both Tone and Marco have. Brian Jacobson, in though, once again, certainly been dominant in the last 5 minutes or so. The back. Brian Jacobson looking to pick Benny Banks up. Certainly has more to fight for. Hard Irish whip. Going to send Benny over the top rope, down to the floor below. And once again, these two fight their way on the outside. A big forearm. Irish whip. Benny Banks really struggling here. I mean, he's been hit by some big moves from BJ. BJ knocking there, knocking the sense out of Benny Banks in this match. I mean, the stakes are so high. Benny Banks trying to crawl to the ropes, able to fight his way out though, and slip through, dropping Brian Jacobson face first in the mat. Of course, you go back to the start of this matchup, it was all Benny. Now it seems like it's all BJ, but Benny looking to turn the favour back around. Nice exploded suplex and a lateral press once again. 1. Only going to be a 1 count. Oh no. Jacobson's career could be coming to an end here. There's that boot straight on the side of the dome. Into the pin. Benny Banks to end him for the count of 3. Not quite. Only going to be a 2 count here tonight. This match continues. Looking to pick BJ up to his feet. BJ with a jawbreaker. Stuns Benny Banks momentarily. Enough for a spine buster. Rolls into the pin immediately. Gives Benny Banks no time to recover. 1, 2, 3. And Jacobson kicked out of that kick. Hit him with a jawbreaker, which stunned him just long enough to hit the spine buster and retain his career. Brian Jacobson lives on in UIW. He's lived to fight another day. That vicious outlook he came out with tonight certainly did enough to put down Benny. These two actually, I believe, equal 9 apiece on the predictions. An evens matchup. Welcome to the stream, Johnny Miles. Hope you're doing well. What a win for BJ. Look at him. Happy. He knows what he did. He knows what he overcame.
Ignorance is bliss. Sheltered from the darkness, where you don't know can't hurt you. But you can't hide from reality forever. Sooner or later, your time will run out. Take Brian Jacobson, for example. Here he stands,
unaware of the pain and suffering that's about to be inflicted upon him. Because guess what, Brian? Time's up. And the Reaper is knocking.
What in the Lord was that? It's Frankie! Frankie Burns! BJ! Turn around! The Mohawk Scotsman, the Reaper, is here, and he's going after Brian Jacobson, driving him into the mat. We don't just have one Scotsman in UIW anymore, it seems. Frankie Burns making his mark tonight, attacking Brian Jacobson. He's raided the show before tonight with vignettes. And he's made his in-ring, well, on-screen debut tonight. Never trust a European. How do you feel about that, Ziegler? I mean, obvious. Or how do I feel about it? No, I'm not in Europe anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, as much as I'd like to stop and take that in for a moment, we've still got our third matchup up next. More singles action. This time between a representative of the business, Adam Richards, and marvelous Matt Brooks. I was right there, Alvius. Entrant number 4. But out first, Adam Richards. In fact, all 3 members of the business will be in action tonight. Tone White in the main event, Alice Blake up next in the women's golden ticket ladder match, and Adam Richards here against Matt Brooks. So this all started with just a little bit of, I guess, verbal altercation. Back and forth, a couple jabs here and there, but then it ended up exploded when Matt Brooks cost Adam Richards his chance to be in that golden ticket ladder match on day 2. Attacked him. Allowed him to be beaten by Simon Hancock. Adam Richards would return the favour when Matt Brooks was supposed to go one-on-one against JT Smooth. Adam Richards would come out about a minute into the matchup, hit him with that cutter, and just leave him there for dead, if you will. Adam Richards, since debuting, has been an absolute phenomenon. Of course, he was pinned earlier on this week, but if you take away that pinfall, in fact, he's not lost a singles match. He lost in that 3-on-3 tag match. He got chokeslammed by Marco. That's excusable. Rob Cross has happened to plenty of men before him. And then he lost in the fatal 4-way on his return match, but he was ganged up on there. As far as singles action goes, though, Adam Richards has not lost since return to UIW. And as great as that might sound, you can't count out Matt Brooks, as Matt Brooks got himself into a position, yes, with the help of the then GM Xander Slate, but he got himself in position to potentially be #1 contender for the UIW World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, he came up short against Rob Cross at Ticket to Broadway, but tonight could be a very big turning point for him, or either of these men, really. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Unchained, several chamber matches, and very much highly likelihood, if you win at Broadway Bash in your singles match, you're pretty much set up for at least a qualifier to be in one of those chamber matches. But of course, it's not just about that, what's up next, it's about what about now. You've got to beat Adam Richards, you've got to beat Matt Brooks. There's pride on the line here. Matt Brooks is always dripped out. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Third match of the evening. Adam Richards looking ready. Matt Brooks looking ready. Matt Brooks, I believe, was the slight underdog in this match, but only by, I think, 1 or 2 predictions. It was very close. This match really could go either way. It's going to be Adam Richards started out strong with a huge clothesline. Knees to the back of Adam Richards. You don't want to count out Matt Brooks, though. He's always got a little trick up his sleeve. He might not have the backing of the general manager anymore, but I'm sure he can come up with something. Stomp to the back. Richards in control now, though. Overhand right by Adam Richards. Dragging Matt Brooks to his feet. Reverse DDT across the knee. Don't do that, because I'll sing it. Looking to pick Brooks up. Brooks, though, sweeps the leg out from underneath. And a kick to the back by Brooks. Picking him up once again, boot to the midsection. Matt Brooks grabs the head of Adam Richards and up into the air. Butterfly suplex by the Marvelous One. Had he beaten Rob Cross, he could potentially be champion right now. Of course, it's still Dudek, and for now at least. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Off the ropes goes Richards. Brooks going to duck underneath it. Brooks now, big slam into the mat. A body slam. Working that right arm of Adam Richards. Now going to drag him by the left one. Towards the center of the ring. Big old stomp to the side of the head. Now an elbow drop by Matt Brooks. Looking to drag Richards to his feet. Shoulder block by Richards. Arm drag once again. These two continue to exchange momentum, continue to go back and forth. Neither man can seem to hit multiple moves in a sequence without the other one getting some sort of offense in. He bounds off the rope there, does Adam Richards, but quickly returns the favor with a nice shoulder block. Dropping Brooks to the mat, and Brooks, though, quickly back up with a clothesline of his own. You see what I'm saying? Neither of these men can stay in control of this matchup. Nice snap there now. Elbow to the forehead of Matt Brooks. Going to stun Brooks momentarily, long enough for Richards to get back up to his feet, and a third one of those meaty clotheslines. Brooks trying to get back up using the ropes, but Adam Richards keeps him grounded with a couple of stomps to the back. Brooks up to his feet, shoulder block, which is going to plant Richards. Irish whip, near left corner, stunned against the turnbuckles, and that's a clothesline and a half. Now looking to work the left leg of Adam Richards, and a stomp to follow. Richards slips out of the way and a quick jab on the chin. Stuns Brooks long enough for a snap German suplex. Boot to the back, but Matt Brooks is having none of it. Back to his feet. Stuns Richards a little bit. Oh, wow, I don't know what happened there. I quite trying to ducked into the clothesline. Stomp to the arm of Matt Brooks. Now stamping his face into the mat. Adam Richards dragging Brooks towards the center of the ring. Going to roll him over. Look for a pinfall attempt. Lateral press. Pet to pet. One. Only going to be a 1 count. Dragging Brooks up. Brooks over. Double leg takedown. Takes Richards off his feet. And look at Brooks. Showing that marvelousness. Drop kick by Matt Brooks. Drags Richards towards the center of the ring. Peck to peck. Pinfall attempt here by Brooks. Still only a 1 count though on Richards. Looking to drag Richards up to his feet. Irish whip into the ropes. Rebounds off. Brooks. Another big body slam. Eye rake there. Richards not pulling any punches. Neck breaker by Adam Richards. To the midsection. Up in the air goes Brooks. Down across the knee. Into the pin. Adam Richards looking to steal the win for the Marvelous 1-2. Only going to be a 2 count. Stomp to the left arm of Matt Brooks. And once again looking to plant him face first into the mat. Adam Richards starting to take control. In fact, he might be starting to take control, but he might be looking to finish the match right here, right now. But no! Brooks reverses, pushes him away, and then catches the leg. As Adam Richards looks to fire back quickly. Richards now on the shoulders of Brooks. Brooks, could be looking to secure victory here. Looking to put down Richards. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Huge clutch there by Brooks, but it was not enough to put down Adam Richards. Not enough to put down a representative of the business. Elbow dropping, Brooks spreading those arms. Welcome to the stream, Chase Owens. Knee to the back of the head of Adam Richards, and Matt Brooks taunting the down man. Spreading those arms wide, boot to the face. Welcome to the stream, Chase. I don't know if I just said that. Looking to drag Adam Richards to his feet. Little jawbreaker, going to stun Matt Brooks momentarily. It is indeed the third match. Third match. We had the Battle Royale, Benny versus BJ, and now this is the 4th. Big clothesline. 3rd, sorry. 4th is the Women's Golden Ticket Ladder match. Stomp to the back of the head. Neck crack here by Brooks. Slowing down the pace to a pace to which he likes. Stomp to the midsection once again. Brooks now going to drag Richards up to a seated position. Punch to the midsection. Going to stun. Oh, that was almost a low blow there by Richards. Again, a snap German suplex into the pin. Trying to steal the win here is Richards, but it's going to be the count of 1. So far, Matt Brooks has certainly fired harder. Brooks might have been in control for longer. But, I mean, Richards might have been in control for longer, but Brooks has fired way harder in this matchup. Big clothesline by Adam Richards. Looking to pick Brooks up. Brooks, though, has other plans. Nice uppercut. Boot to the midsection. What could Brooks be looking for? Head in between the legs. Up on the shoulders. Maybe a little power bomb. Or buckle bomb. Shades of Ziegler. Looking to pick Richards up. Richards, though, having none of it. Working the shoulder. Irish whip. Richards sends Brooks into that far left corner. Brooks over the knee to the back. Ah, another clothesline. Yeah, I believe BJ and Mamba tied on the last predictions. But he's defending his lead in the overall predictions. I believe Alves has got 21. Wait a minute! Speaking of the lead! Brooks there, that fisherman suplex into the pin. Didn't hook straight to the pin, but it might be enough. Only going to be a 2 count. Shades of Quinn right there. Oh my God, Brooks has the chance to hit hard and hit home. Richards got a clutch just like Brooks did earlier. Matt Brooks! Into the mat goes Richards, and into the pin goes Brooks. 1, 2, 3, and Matt Brooks shows just how marvelous he is in our 3rd match of the evening. That big counter from Matt Brooks is really what swung the momentum of this match in his favor. There it is. Pushed him away, then he thought he'd reverse. He didn't show it. Came up for that big boot, didn't connect. And Matt Brooks with a huge win here tonight at Broadway Bash. 3-0, let me check. I know, I'll check halfway through the show. After the Rob Cross Open Challenge, I'll see where everyone's doing on prediction. Matt Brooks, though, with a huge win tonight. Spreading those arms wide. He truly is marvelous. But now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, the first golden ticket ladder match. It's only 18, Topher, don't worry. You can only go 0-18. The first golden ticket ladder match, the women's one. Eight competitors will collide and try to climb that ladder. The first person to climb it successfully and retrieve that golden ticket contract will become the first ever golden ticket contract holder in the women's division. I do have to go a quick disclaimer. Whenever I tried to start the match with the custom briefcase, it would freeze, even without entrances on. So we're going to have to use the in-game briefcase. But of course, the winner will be given the custom briefcase after the show. Same with the men's. Got to shout out Alvius for Googling it, how to fix it. But here we go. 8 women. A chance to cash in anytime, anywhere for a shot at that championship. You can cash it as long as there's a referee there. Oh, little video. Oh, little Alice Blake video. Of course, shout out to Orbs, made this, sent it to me. Alice Blake, who I guess the business, Tone White and those guys pulling out all the stops, getting a little package made for Blake. Out first in this 8-women's golden ticket ladder match, Alice Blake, the Blake Factor herself. Repping out this fancy attire for the biggest show of the year. I mean, I didn't make it, Topher. Orb sent it to me, I can't. Am I going to deny it? Tone White, of course, affiliated himself with Alice Blake, and Adam Richards obviously pulling out all the big bucks to give Alice Blake this package. What is that in the middle of the ring? Who's that? out second. Who will it be? Ali Cage. Oh yeah, of course, because we're in bright daylight. Can't exactly completely black out. Ali Cage will look to ascend the ladder. Grab that golden ticket contract. Cash in any time, any place. The only Welsh competitor within UIW. So we've got that variety. Let it go, Aaron. That ladder appearing out of nowhere. Ali Cage always performs well under the bright lights. Could it be her night? Well, you know, you've got a 1 in 8 chance. I believe the favourite for this match is actually Amber Reed with 5 of 18 predictions. As we await the next entrant for this golden ticket ladder match. Welcome to the stream, Soul Taker Tristan. Oh, Amber Reed! Rocking this cheeky attire for Broadway Bash. Certainly feeling the power. Will she be able to use that to ascend the ladder? And grab that briefcase, grab that contract. Aaron hates the Aaron hates the cosplays. Big Mysterio fan out here. I hope someone flies. I really want to see some. I think we've got quite the lineup here. We could see some insane spots off the ladder. I'm hoping we do. Will it be Amber Reed who flies through the air tonight? Under the bright lights of Broadway. Aaron, leave it alone. Chill. Chill, Aaron. Chill. Let the people have their tires. But out fourth will be Arai, the youngest competitor in this matchup. One of the youngest competitors on the entire roster from Japan. Will it be her moment? Certainly. I think, and don't think anybody predicted Arai. I think Arai and Jasmine Crossings were the only two people without any predictions. Will it be Arai's time tonight? Use that youth. Plenty of time ahead of her. Oh God, drunk Aaron in the stream. All the competitors so far made their way down the ramp. We still have 4 more to go in what is a stacked golden ticket ladder match. I'm hyped for any winner. I do feel the vibes. Again, Shadow, welcome to the stream. Out 5th, Jasmine Crossings. I believe Jasmine was one of the first people to be confirmed for the golden ticket ladder match. certainly been waiting, biding her time for this event. I believe her only loss this season in singles action comes to Alice Blake. In fact, Alice Blake has actually beaten several people within this matchup. She's beaten Ali Cage, Jasmine Crossings, and I think Damjan as well. No, maybe she hasn't faced Damjan, but she's definitely beaten Jasmine Crossings and Ali Cage. Green is the colour. Green's top 5, I'll have you know. Exactly. But we continue on with entrant number 6 and the most powerful woman in this matchup, Julia R. Hattrick. Of course, her brother, one half of the Mustache Powers, will be challenging for the UIW Tag Team Championships tomorrow. And Julia Hattrick be the one to scale that ladder. Certainly will have the power to do some serious damage in this golden ticket ladder match. Certainly would be a unique winner for sure to have someone so powerful in a position where they can get a title match anytime, anywhere. Oh, in the 4-way. I would love to see a little choke. I always get excited for a choke slam. Nothing gets me more excited than a choke slam as far as finishes go. I would love to see a choke slam tonight. And if we don't see it here, there's a good chance we'll see it in the main event. You know, Marco has got a meaty choke slam. Six competitors have already made their way down the ramp towards the ring. We've still got 2 more. I believe one of the favorites still yet to make her way down the ramp. Lex and Damjan, and then Madison Miles has also, I believe, had 4 predictions in her favor. Look, if you want to show me how, Topher, I invite you to. But out in number 7, the 7th competitor to make her way down the ramp is Alexin Damjan. Has been on an absolute tear. Pinned the former champion, won a 4-way, almost beat the number 1 contender. What a month. What a debut month it has been for Alexin Damjan. Could this be her time? Could she climb that ladder? You know, you talk about power, you talk about athleticism. Alexin Damjan kind of has all of it. She has the power, she has the technicality, she has the athleticism. A jack of all trades, if you will. I can't wait to see what unfolds in this ladder match. Yes, Jaden Shadow getting Ziggler to dance is a GOAT moment. And last but not least, a woman who this month earned a spot in this matchup by beating the UIW Women's Champion, Madison Miles. I got the right one for you, JT. I got the right one. Look at those tights. JT always pulls out fire with the tires. We've got some good attires in this match. I like it. Thank you, Topher. I'll be sure to check that out. If I can get the dimming turned off, that'd be fantastic. We've got 3 quite powerful competitors in this golden ticket ladder match. I want to see things break. I see it's just come through, Topher. I appreciate sending me that. Give it a look after the show. Madison Miles has always been that kind of person just underneath the title match in UIW. If you remember, she took Amelia Sky to a limit to which no one else had taken her way back when she fought. I think she was Amelia Sky's maybe 4th match in UIW. She beat Haley Jones. She's always been very close to that title match. Could she climb the ladder tonight? She's certainly got quite a few people backing her. I can't wait to see what happens in this golden ticket ladder match. It's going to be fire. The pyro budget's there. The lunch money's in. I don't get no food today. It's all in the pyro budget for the big show. Here we go, it's straight underway. So we've got Reed and Hattrick going after each other. We've got Ali Cage and Arai. We've got Damjan and Madison Miles. And we've got Crossings and Alice Blake going after each other to kick off this 8-woman. And we've got a spear already! A spear from Hattrick! Magic Mike with Ziegler. I'd love to see it. Elbow to the thigh by Blake. It's going to be a hard one to commentate. So we've got Ali Cage taking a ride down to the floor below. Ali Cage going to follow her to the outside. All 6 of the others left in the ring still. Alice Blake going to town on Jasmine Crossings. And look at the strength of Amber Reed to hoist up Julia R. Hattrick. Lex and Damage are going to sweep the legs out from underneath Madison Miles. Now Alice Blake and Jasmine Crossings roll to the outside. Of course, this is whoever can climb that ladder, grab that contract. Doesn't matter when you do it. Doesn't matter how you do it. If you can jump from the top rope and get on that briefcase, fair enough. Just Madison Miles and Damage left it. Just Madison. Nope, no, nobody. Oh wait, there's Ali Cage back in the ring, followed by Arai. And Alice Blake going to be the smart one here, going to be the first person to grab a ladder, but Jasmine Crossings just punches it straight out of her hand. Tried to drop Alice Blake on the ladder. Both ladders are being used to an extent here. Kick to the thigh by Crossings, and Julia Hattrick dragging Amber Reed around on the outside. I honestly couldn't know what to tell you is going to happen in this match, but it looks like Madison Miles is trying to use the steel steps. Damage able to break free though with a couple of elbows. Brian and Ali Cage still going after each other in the center of the ring. Ali Cage from behind, launching Arai across the ring. Blake and Crossings back in the ring now, and got 4 on the outside, 4 on the inside. Oh, super kick by Blake, and there goes Crossings out of the match for the moment. Rolls to the outside. Normally I'd say that's quite a smart idea. It still is to an extent, you know, breathing room, and straight back in the ring. Madison Miles has Damjan down, dragging her to her feet. I think Julia R. Hattrick, with the exception of that one move by Reed, where she straight body slammed her. Hattrick's been in control of Reed on the outside. Huge spine buster. It's going to be Ali Cage. I thought she's picking up the ladder. Instead, she's picking up a rye. Alice Blake, sorry. And it's Jasmine Crossings picking up the ladder on the outside here. We've got to get 2 ladders in the ring. There's one. We're going to get 2 ladders in the ring? Yes, we are. Double the chance of somebody climbing it. Jasmine Crossing is going to set that ladder up, but no, Arai says no. Ali Cage now is trying to slam Jasmine Crossings with a ladder. Will slam Damjan with it. And again, Damjan rolls out of the way, but Ali Cage going after Damjan with that ladder. Again, Ali Cage has a problem with Damjan again, look. Ali, what are you doing? Finally drops it. Only to get spine busted by Miles. Right back in the ring. We're going to pick one of these ladders up. So far, right now, it's Julia Hattrick. Oh, wait, no, Amber Reed takes Hattrick off her feet. Ali Cage has once again got the ladder and from behind. Attacking Arai, who slides out of the way. Quite a smart move. Getting the ladder up, center of the ring now. Who will be the first person to try and ascend the ladder? Irish whip by Ali sends Damjan over the top rope onto the apron. Right hand by Damjan. No, but an enziguri by Ali Cage. There goes Alice Blake, thrown over the top rope by Crossings. There goes Ali Cage, thrown over the top rope by Madison Miles. Madison Miles looking to be the first person to climb. Maybe the first person to secure, well, the only person to get her hands on the briefcase, but Damjan trying to push the ladder out from underneath her. Almost falling directly on Amber Reed. Powerbomb. Oh, Alice Blake has set up a ladder across the barricade. Yo. Oh, look at Cage! Top rope drop kick. Sends Jasmine Crossings to the outside. Irish whip now by Cage. Oh my God! Hat trick! On the ladder! Yo. Ali Cage is looking to take Julia Hattrick out of the match. She realizes there's only one way to do it. Ali Cage! Big elbow drop and she misses! Ali Cage misses the ladder. Misses Hattrick and goes elbow first onto the ladder. And now it's Amber Reed's chance to go to the top and ascend. The briefcase in her clutches. Arai trying to push the ladder over. Ali, electric chair to Amber Reed. There goes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Alice Blake's on the ladder. Jasmine Crossings. Look at her fly. Splash through the ladder. The ladder is broken and Alice Blake is immobilized on the outside. Spinning neck breaker as well, and both Crossings and Blake are down. Arai, the only one in the ring right now. The youngest competitor in the matchup, in the ring by herself. Oh my God, Arai. Arai! Jasmine's distracted. I don't think Jasmine realizes anybody's in the ring. Arai in the ring by herself. Arai, oh, Cage is in there. Cage, what are you doing? Cage, no, Arai! The youngest competitor in the matchup. The most inexperienced competitor in the matchup. Wins the golden ticket contract. Look at this. Alice Blake set up that ladder and it came back to haunt her. A big splash through it by Jasmine Crossings. Imagine that being the golden ticket briefcase. Cage destroyed her elbow. What a golden ticket ladder match. The men's one tomorrow has got a lot to beat that one. Woo-wee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next. Are you really 0-4? We'll go through where everyone is after the 5th match, after we've crossed the halfway point. But up next, this has been dubbed by Rob Cross as the People's Main Event. he couldn't get on the card. He pleaded to get on the card. He tried everything he could to get on tonight's show, but he was unable to. He went into the UIW head office, told them, look, I want to be on the card in some way. They couldn't find a spot for him. Well, you know what he did? He made a spot for himself. An open challenge, the people's main event. Rob Cross is actually a slight underdog in this matchup going off prediction, but that's understandable. He has no idea who he's preparing for tonight, whereas his opponent will be able to perfectly prepare for Rob Cross. Look at this attire for Cross tonight. But who will be the man to answer the challenge? Rob Cross is doing whatever he can to be on the card tonight. At one point, he was one of the hottest wrestlers going in UIW. Number one contender for the UIW World Championship, had the world in his hands, but he fell short to Kevin Dudek. Will Rob Cross put down his opponent tonight? We will be keeping track of the Broadway Bash records. Maybe Rob Cross can get a streak going. Look at that Messiah on the back, the Messiah of UIW. But who will it be? Oh my word! The man with a broken smile. Sunshine!
You're amazing. You're amazing.
Accompanied to the ring by Aaron White. Did I just hear? Did I just hear Aaron talking?
Look at this man. Are you jealous? You should be.
Aaron White is bigging up Sunshine on his way down the ramp.
Embrace the man with the broken smile. Let him shine through you.
Rob Cross, though, he's not backing down. Look, he's pumped ringside. He's pumped. He's excited. He's ready to go. Aaron White has a little mic piece in his suit. But here we go, Rob Cross. He might have Sunshine in his wake, but he's not going to back down. He believes he's the Messiah, and it's time to prove it. Here we go. Elbow out of the gate, punch to the midsection, going to drop Rob Cross to his knees. Boot to the midsection. Another boot to the midsection. And a clothesline by Sunshine. Goes for a boot, Cross up to his feet. Hanging Sunshine over that top rope to dry. Running crossbody by Sunshine. Ducks underneath, float over. DDT by Cross. Stomp to the mask of Sunshine. You got to think that mask has some protective damage. I wouldn't be surprised. Wait a minute, one! Only a one count. I wouldn't be surprised to hear Aaron White continue talking throughout the match. Double leg takedown. Some heavy fists, some hammer fists to the face of Rob Cross. Cross in the seated position, arm underneath the chin. You know, I said whoever's facing Cross has a chance to prepare. Sunshine doesn't really prepare for anybody. Sunshine's crazy. Sunshine's insane. He just comes out here and does his own thing. Elbow to the midsection. Cross isn't going to back down though. Second elbow. He wants to be the Messiah. This is the people's main event. For a reason, Exploder suplex. The midsection counter with a kick to the thigh. Elbow to the face. Of course, we have seen Sunshine and UIW before. This isn't a debut. Sunshine actually debuted in the high-stakes Battle Royale at Ticket to Broadway. He was eliminated by Ziegler. Ziegler then got eliminated by White, who wasn't in the match. White just ran down from ringside, threw Ziegler over, taunted him, and ran away. Ziegler would actually get some payback. White was actually scheduled to be in a golden ticket ladder match qualifier. Ziegler attacked him, took his spot, and then won the match and earned himself a spot in the golden ticket ladder match. So now that White and Sunshine are here, maybe at one point down the line we'll hear from White. We'll hear from Sunshine about that, because I mean, White can't be happy about losing out on that spot in the ladder match. Aaron White continues to shout from ringside to the crowd, to Sunshine. Knee to the side of the head of the man with a broken smile. Rob Cross has got to not allow this trash talk to get the better of him. Knee to the face by Sunshine. Aaron's words ushering him on. Goes for a boot there to Sunshine. Rob Cross going to push him away, stay in control. So far, though, I'd say it's pretty evenly matched. Sunshine in a Lufez press, simply unloaded on the forehead of Rob Cross with those right hands. Lateral press. One, only going to be a 1 count here. Rob Cross with a swift kick out, and Sunshine, what are you taunting me for? I ain't done anything. Stomp to the lower back. Jawbreaker there by Cross, and a big clothesline. Irish whip. Sunshine in that far right corner, big running knee. Sunshine stumbles out the corner, goes for an overhand right, just Cross, but Sunshine a little bit quicker. Big right hand by Sunshine. Sunshine now looking to drag Rob onto that top rope. What? Just froze him. Just froze him over the top rope. Down on the floor below like he's nothing, like he's a sack of potatoes. Looking to pick Cross up. Cross, though, counters. Drive Sunshine. What? Shoulder first. Into the floor. Goes for an elbow. Doesn't connect. Big right hand by Sunshine. Oh, Rob Cross with a strength advantage. Sunshine looking to get back into this matchup. Rob Cross better be quick. Oh, grab Sunshine by the legs! Sunshine got a little bit too busy. Playing some mind games with Cross. Cross now from behind has Sunshine up on the shoulders. Turns it around. Big old powerbomb by Cross into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And our 5th match of the evening continues on. Rob Cross looking for that submission, driving the knee into the spine of Sunshine. Haven't seen Sunshine tap too many times in my commentary career. Can only think of a handful of times, and he's not going to tap tonight as he gets out nice and easy. Irish whip, Sunshine into the ropes, rebounds off. Straight into the clutches of Rob Cross, who launches him across the ring. Elbow to the face of Cross. Cross stunned. Sunshine back up to his feet. Oh, here it comes! Sunshine with a crunchy! Dropping all that weight onto the shoulders of Cross. 2, 3, and Sunshine comes in and stops the people's main event. Stops the Messiah. I'm sure all that trash talking ringside really didn't help Rob Cross. But what a win by Sunshine. Rob Cross is not going to be too happy about that, but I'm sure he's happy he got on the card. Sunshine coming out here, connecting with that crunchy and putting Rob Cross down for the count of 3 in our 5th match of the evening. We still have 4 more to go. And my oh my, are they spicy. But look at this, crunchy. Dropping Rob Cross right down to the mat. All that weight of Sunshine across the shoulders. Nowhere for Rob Cross to go. It's a hard pin attempt to get out of. That's exactly why Sunshine was able to secure the win. Look at this little jive. Look at this little dance. Sunshine with the win. And now before we get to match number 6, we'll quickly go through how the predictions are looking so far. We'll quickly go through them halfway through the show, and then we'll go through it at the end of it. Let me go to the top. So Alice Blake was the first person. So Alice Blake is 2-5. Alvius is 1-5. Reaper is 2-5. 2-3. Sorry, 2 out of 5. I should say 2 out of 5. Fury is 1 out of 5. Aaron has got 3 out of 5. Mercer's got 2 out of 5. Sons has got 1 out of 5. Mamba, 2 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Jay, didn't do the women's Golden Ticket Ladder match, so 0 out of 5. King has got 2 out of 5. Joe Blade has got 1 out of 5. Rain, 1 out of 5. Sky has got 1 out of 5. Jesus, no one's doing too great with the... See you later, Aaron. Thank you for tuning in. No one's doing too great in these so far. Rob has got 2 out of 5. My Discord crashed. Robbed. Then Matt Brooks has got 2 out of 5. Quincy's got 2 out of 5. BJ's got 3 out of 5. JT's got 3 out of 5. And Topher's got 1 out of 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we move into our 6th match of the evening. These two have been rivals for literally years. I think 4 years now. They are 2 apiece. Quinn believed the gridlock win for Jade was nothing more than a fluke. Jade, of course, has not had the best career in UIW. Has not settled in properly. She lost twice to Haley. Her only real notable win was against Quinn and Akira. Jade looking to prove Quinn wrong. Of course, Quinn didn't actually want this match. Quinn said it wasn't going to happen. Jade forced it to happen. Forced her hand on the upper brass backstage to make this rubber match happen against Quinn's will. So she doesn't like being called a fluke. Jade really, like I said though, Jade in UIW so far, with the exception of the win over Akira and Quinn, really struggled to hit the ground running. Of course, where she's been before, she's been dominant. I mean, she's had 9-month reigns before with belts. Been the face of divisions elsewhere, but in UIW where it counts, not hit the ground running. Maybe with a win over Quinn tonight, proving that it was not a fluke at gridlock, she can really push forward. I believe she is the slight favourite as far as predictions go, ever so slightly. I think it's 10 to Dynamite and 8 to Quinn. But of course, Quinn, on the complete other side of the coin, has been so impressive in UIW. With the exception of the mixed match extravaganza, Quinn has beaten Amelia Sky when Sky was champ. Quinn has beaten nearly everybody she has come in contact with. She came into the high stakes battle royale at Tickets of Broadway, got Dynamite eliminated, then eliminated herself because she felt that she was already in a place to be #1 contender. I definitely think Quinn's probably younger. Here comes the self-proclaimed Queen of UIW. Believes she's the rightful champion ever since she beat Sky when Sky was champion. And tonight, she will look to come out here pretty much against her own will to prove a point, to prove that she is so much better than Dynamite. Especially now, in the current point in their careers. Maybe you could argue 3 years ago that Dynamite was better. But right now, Quinn believes she is the best competitor in this women's division. She believes what happened at Gridlock was a fluke, and tonight she's coming out here to prove it. She's not coming out here to just hurt Dynamite. She's not coming out here to play games. She's coming out here to win. Dynamite looking ready, Quinn looking relaxed. Well, here we go. The bell has rung, and our 6th match of the evening is underway. And Quinn looking to wrap up Dynamite. Quinn! Straight into an alarm bell! Look at the force of submission within the first 30 seconds of the matchup. Dynamite gonna have to show off her submission defense here. This isn't tight. Dynamite just able to get that arm free though. Jesus Christ, this is what happens when Quinn isn't out to play mind games. This is what happens when Quinn is out here to win. Within the first seconds of the matchup, locked in that alarm bell. Dynamite though able to quickly escape. A roundhouse kick to the face of Quinn. Now a headlock by Jade. She's putting up a fight for sure. And Dynamite now in control. No, Quinn throws Dynamite over the top rope. Throw back the ticket to Broadway. Right hand by Quinn. That's going to send Jade to the floor below. Punch to the midsection by Dynamite. Back to her feet. Roundhouse kick. Quinn though a little bit quick on the draw. Sweeps the leg out from underneath. Oh, tries to connect with some sort of handstand kick. Dynamite back in the ring, as is Quinn. Goes for a forearm, doesn't connect. The second one also doesn't connect. Super kick to the gut. Dynamite stunned. Overhand right by Quinn. And again, Quinn with another submission attempt. Arm underneath the chin. Oh, what? Quinn, within what, 5 minutes? Puts Dynamite to sleep. This is what happens when Quinn Bell comes out to play. Oh wow, I really thought that submission was going to get the job done. Dynamite has, I don't believe, ever tapped. She's fell asleep to this twice before. That's all of Quinn's wins over Dynamite have put her to sleep. And tonight, Quinn in miraculous fashion puts Jade to sleep under 5 minutes. This is what happened when Quinn puts the mind games aside, puts the cockiness aside. Maybe she is washed. Coming up on 30, that's old. In women's wrestling, that's old. Coming up on 30. Quinn Bell sending a message to the women's division. But ladies and gentlemen, I know that was shocking. But up next, television championship on the line. JT Smooth held the belt for what? 73 days. Ricky Delaney, me doing quick maths, won it on the 30th of October. Has held it, this would be his 57th day. Can he retain? I said for women. I said for women, Alvis. Oh yeah, but for Julia's style is a monster. Jade's more of a high flyer, so her style doesn't work as much when you get older. But out first, the former UIW television champion, the longest reigning in UIW history. JT Smooth looking to show that Gridlock, his loss in very quick fashion, by the way, to Delaney, was a misstep, was a slight blunder. Delaney defeated JT Smooth in, I think, 10 minutes. I think it might be one of the quickest television championship matches we've ever had. Tonight, JT is all business. Yep, that's also at stake. JT could be the first two-time champion in UIW history. Delaney has been a beast. The crowd have loved Delaney ever since Mixed Match Extravaganza. Definitely feel like me saying Delaney has gotten him over. And here he comes. The reigning, defending UIW television champion. Oh, he's bringing out... What is that, this shirt? Oh my God. Delaney, not only is Delaney on the quad bike, but what is that? What music? That is the best shirt I've ever seen. I'm so sorry, Quincy. I must have forgot. My bad. I'm sorry. I can't remember. Please forgive. What a shirt. Yo, can we sell that? Of course, Sal Vulcano, a big wrestling fan. JT Smooth, though, the former challenger. The former champion. I don't even know what anyone's theme is, so I need to go back and rewatch to see how that sounded. Rob, welcome! Oh, what a night this has been for you. Oh, you need to go back and watch it. But Ricky Delaney, the UIW World Television Champion. Will he still be that? The cap off of day one. Of course, we still got 2 more matches. Here we go. JT Smooth, Ricky Delaney. Tertiary main event. Don't worry, Tofu. I wouldn't go too long without saying that. Straight out the gate. JT Smooth is not holding back. Russian leg sweep after the backbreaker. Nice combination. Irish whip now. Ricky in the far left corner. Face first against the top turnbuckle. Ricky able to slip free over the overhand right. Goes for a kick to the gut. But JT has it scouted. Nice clothesline by JT. Boot to the back. Now stomped to the right arm of Delaney. Looking to work that left arm. Banking down. Of course, Delaney's resiliency over the... since the rebirth of UIW has been simply sensational. To the back and a stomp to the lower back. Look at JT. Look at JT. We're going to take Shane out, take a page out of Quinn's book. Early submission. Delaney able to slip free. Back to his feet. Irish whip now by JT Smooth. To the corner. Nice clothesline. Delaney in that seated position. Punch to the gut though by Ricky. The champion needs to pick up the pace here, and there's a big clothesline. Look at the power of Delaney. Single knee backbreaker. He's not done. He's not done yet. Another single knee backbreaker. Into the pin. Hooks the leg. Oh, not even a 1 count. Of course not. Too early. Knee to the midsection by Ricky Delaney. Charges JT Smooth down. Welcome back, Orbs. Nice to see ya. Big knee to the face of Delaney. Check left hand doesn't connect, but the right hand does. Irish whip to send JT. Far right corner and a shoulder block by Delaney. Doesn't connect, and the clothesline does. Look at the strength. Oh, look, JT going to return the favour. Single knee backbreaker. JT saying, if you could do it, I can do it just as good, if not better. And another single knee backbreaker. I don't think these two necessarily hate each other. I think I think there's respect between each other, is what I'm trying to say. Both of them respect each other. Irish whip, Delaney in the near right corner, shoulder block. Delaney stumbles out into a belly to belly. Now going to hook the leg here. Only going to be a 1 count. JT back up to his feet. Not the strongest start from Delaney, but never count him out. Big right hand. Irish whip over the top rope, down to the floor below. Wouldn't be the first time we've had a count out in a television championship title match. Dragon screw takedown by Delaney. Overhand right, Delaney looking to pick JT up to his feet. Boot to the midsection. Look at the power of Delaney. Starting to get a little worried. Very worried. Hello? Go. Please. Can we please? Okay, there we go. I got a bit worried there. In the corner now. Shoulder blocked by Delaney. Look, taking a page out of JT. Big belly to belly. Boot to the back. Look for this pump handle. Fall away slam. Here is JT Smooth. First pinfall attempt of the tertiary main event. Not even going to be a 1 count. Nice little snapmare there by Ricky Delaney. Now inside control with a side headlock. Cutting off that oxygen flow to the brain of the challenger is Delaney. Biggest, brightest lights he's ever fought under. Can he retain? Oh, look, shock in his face there as JT powered back to his feet. Big right little jab there. Knee to the midsection by Delaney. A big boot, which lands right on the chin. Doesn't even take JT off his feet, and even as the drop kick. Look at this wherewithal by JT Smooth, who now gets hung out to dry by Delaney. Collapsed into the center of the ring. Irish whip now by Delaney into the corner. Nice clothesline to the back of the head. Welcome to the stream, Jokers. Hope you're doing well. Deadlift German suplex. Who is going to walk away with the television championship tonight? Our tertiary main event. We've never had, I don't think we've ever had more than one title change hands in a pay-per-view. Will we get a title change here? Will we break that here at Broadway Bash? This could be a first title change tonight if JT Smooth does a cool win. Right now, I'd say he's had a bit more offense. than Delaney. I'd like to see that feud, Orbs. Elbow to the midsection. Big boot, sidestep by JT. JT comes from behind, but Delaney slips free. A forearm from behind, right hand. I've just realised the business at 0-2 tonight. Tone has got to do some redeeming in the main event. I believe I did see a lot of people praising it during your entrance, Orbs. JT going to propel Ricky towards the centre of the ring here. Certainly been more of a slow-paced, methodical matchup. Of course, they understand the stakes. They can't go for anything overly risky and allow their opponent to take control as JT drives Ricky into the mat. Oh! Mr. Rob! Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's that? 510 bits, you cheeky legend. And look at Delaney! I got caught! Distracted, but Delaney! Oh, almost got the win. Only a 2 count. Delaney ain't done. Delaney most certainly ain't done. Delaney with JT on his shoulders, but no! JT with a couple of stiff elbows. Allows a release. And he's back in control. Arm underneath the chin. I can't imagine how Quincy is sitting watching this match right now. Ricky Delaney up to his feet. Elbow to the midsection, followed by a second elbow. There's a release. Both men up on their feet. Irish whip by Delaney. Going to send JT smooth. Face first. Near left corner. Axe handle the back. Reversed by JT. There goes Delaney face first into the corner. Up onto the second rope. Super kick to the leg. Delaney drops down. Stops to the midsection. And Delaney comes crashing down to the mat. JT smooth in control. Going to drag Delaney to his feet by the hair. Boot to the midsection. It's JT. Oh, a little Alice Blake combination. Forearm to the face. Delaney! Out of nowhere! That big slam! Big clothesline now by Delaney. Delaney going to show off the strength. JT dropped face first. And then a big... Oh, no. Yeah, a big splash to the back. Beautiful inside sweep there by JT Smash. That was an outside sweep, my mistake. Big clothesline, and once again, these two men come crashing down on the outside of the ring. Looking to use the environment to their advantage and get me antsy about a potential count out. Damn, Quincy with a lack of faith. We're on match number 7, Rob. Oh! Delaney! A misplay by Delaney, and he splashed the referee. And no, wait a minute, but that might have saved him. Oh, he counted him anyway. Face first into the near right-hand corner. Boot to the face by JT. Overhand right, countered. Forearm to the face. Big boot, sidestep by JT. Right hand by Delaney. Delaney launches JT into the ropes. Ricky Delaney. Oh, no, look at that. That was JT's turn to push Ricky away. JT! Ricky on his shoulders. Oh, those hairy legs. Slams him straight down into the mat. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Delaney kicks out and keeps his title retention hopes alive. But JT looking to put him to death. Grabs Delaney by the left arm. Pulls it right behind his back with an elbow to the chin. Stuns JT for a moment, allowing a clothesline. Now into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Delaney tries to catch JT by the head. JT with a boot to the midsection. Boot to the midsection, returned by Delaney. These two are so evenly matched. Irish whip. JT in the far left corner. Spreading those legs. Oh! JT's busted open! Oh my God. JT on the top. What is happening here? JT being put down, but Delaney could barely stand. Into the pin. 1, 2. JT keeps it alive. If we follow the Mamba school of match outcomes, JT in a precarious position here, having bled first. Boot to the midsection, countered by Delaney. How is JT kicked out of that? But Delaney doesn't care. Double leg Boston Crab. JT grabs onto that left leg, trips over Delaney. But Delaney doesn't care. Oh, JT pushes him away. Boot to the midsection. Delaney pulling out all the stops here for Broadway Bash. Ricky picking JT up to his feet. Right hand by JT. Irish whip the center of Delaney into the far left corner. Delaney hoisted up onto the top rope. No, JT gets reversed and Delaney slips down. Oh, JT catches the hand and slaps him. Heavy Irish whip, stumbles out of the corner, does Delaney. Boot to the midsection, second boot, third boot. Right hand. JT now looking to pick Delaney up to his feet. Delaney though launches him through the air and follows up with a boot to the back. Leg drop to the left arm of JT Smooth. Irish whip. JT in the far right corner. Here comes Delaney. No! Runs straight into the turnbuckle pad. Both men kick JT a little bit faster. JT with blood trickling down his head. Puts Delaney against the ropes. Delaney counters. Boot to the midsection. Charges down JT. Little handstand. Big Delaney feels like he's in control of this championship match, and he very well maybe. He's drawn blood first. But the blood might have just fueled JT a little bit more. Delaney could be in a precarious position. Into the pin. Could we have a new champ and a first two-time champion? Yes, we do. JT Smooth is a two-time UIW television champion. And that might be match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. What a tertiary main event. Hands up to both men. JT Smooth, the first two-time champion in UIW. He avenged what happened at Gridlock, and he's back on top. With that television championship in hand. What a match. Can this match be topped? We've got 2 more matches left. It's not going to be easy to top it. What a match. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, singles action. Co-main event of the evening. We head towards the women's division. In a singles match for the ages. I know I just called that match of the night, but it's a match that may very well steal it. When I look at the two competitors involved. You go back to Gridlock. Haley Jones, the UIW Women's Champion. She asked for the biggest free agent. The biggest name that wasn't signed to UIW to be her challenger. Valkyrie answered the call. Valkyrie was the name they picked. And Valkyrie, in all her credit, was in control for nearly the entire match until this woman came down. Megan Cooper came down the ramp, attacked Valkyrie, but it wasn't done there. Haley was then able to defeat Valkyrie. Valkyrie was down center of the ring and Cooper came out after the match, speared Valkyrie through the barricade. Throughout the match, throughout the month, they've been a thorn in each other's side. Valkyrie is the biggest favorite on the card. But it's not about predictions. It's about what happens in the ring. But here she comes, all the way from Helsinki, Finland. Valkyrie has shown just how malicious she can be this month. You look back at her match with Kristen Page. She broke Kristen Page's nose and then essentially crushed the nose between her legs to force Kristen to lose in a rare tap-out occurrence. If she could do that to Kristen Page, somebody who, in fairness, hasn't done anything wrong to Valkyrie, imagine what she's going to try and do to Cooper tonight. Now, Cooper, much different opponent than Kristen Page, one of the most powerful women in the division. One of the most intimidating women in the division as well. I doubt she will go down and allow Valkyrie to break her nose, but we'll have to see what happens. The crowd all up on their feet for Valkyrie. Look at that imposing figure in the background. But here we go, co-main event of the evening. Cooper looking composed. Valkyrie readying up the knee pads. The bell is rung. I'm looking to see how this goes. Straight out of the gate with a wobbling right hand. Driving Valkyrie into the mat. Valkyrie holding that spine. Cooper is not going to let up. We still don't know why Cooper attacked Valkyrie. One could assume it would be jealousy. That she wasn't the name picked. But look at the size discrepancy and the muscle on Cooper compared to Valkyrie. But don't count out Valkyrie. Side headlock here. Going to show that strength. Working the left arm. Straight jab by Valkyrie right on the chin of Cooper. But you look at this strength advantage. Cooper just pressing Valkyrie into the near right corner. Right hand. We're not going to get a clean break here. The ref giving Cooper a telling off. Valkyrie going to use that pace advantage. Slips underneath while Cooper was distracted by the ref. If Cooper's going to play dirty, why shouldn't Valkyrie? Right hand doesn't connect though. Elbow by Cooper. Cooper put all of her muscle into that clothesline. Just see Valkyrie with a straight jab. Cooper just looked at her like, what? Irish whip. Cooper sends Valkyrie into the ropes. Valkyrie with a fireman's carry. Overhand right. Irish whip now. Cooper into the ropes. Rebounds off. Drop kick. Sidestep by Cooper. Overhand right. And Valkyrie responds with a right hand, which barely phases Cooper. A little bit of an onslaught of jabs. Pushes Cooper into the corner. Cooper now lifted up to the second rope. Maybe looking for a rope-hung neck breaker here as Valkyrie. And a first pinfall attempt here on Cooper. Now Cooper has only lost to the very best. Lost to Haley Jones and lost to Amelia Sky. Other than that, she's been near untouchable. And even in those matches, she took them to like 25-minute matches. I think Cooper's gas tank is probably her one weakness. Being that size, having that amount of muscle mass, if Valkyrie can draw this match out, she might have way more of a chance. Valkyrie's just got to draw out the singles match and drag Cooper into deep water. Empty the gas tank. You don't have to wait for it to end. I watch past broadcasts that are still live on mobile all the time. Click on my channel, then click on videos. Stomp to the inner thigh, and boot to the lower back. Another boot to the lower back. Cooper trying to get back to her feet. The kick to the chin doesn't knock her down, and Valkyrie drags her down. Fucking the arm behind the back, and Valkyrie now. Look at this, I told you, Valkyrie can play rough. So small joint manipulation. Knees across the spine of Cooper, that like it hurt. Yeah, Iron Maiden of Connecticut, shoulder block. Goes for a stomp. A little snapmare here by Valkyrie into a seated position. Neck crank here, grabbing on the chin of Cooper, twisting the head. Cooper power out of this, and she is there again. That strength advantage come into play. Crushing blow to the midsection and a big right hand. Irish whip by Valkyrie sends Cooper near right corner. Cooper stunned, running knee in the corner. Valkyrie looking for her. Off the rope she goes. Big knee. Almost hits the ref in the face. Another pinfall attempt. You notice that Cooper's only gone for one. Valkyrie's gone for about 5 or 6. But that's the game plan by Valkyrie. As I said earlier on the night, you keep forcing your opponent to kick out. You keep forcing your opponent to expend energy. And there goes Valkyrie over the top rope, down to the floor below, crashing down. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cooper take advantage of the 10-count rule here. Use the environment. Clothesline, trying to slam Valkyrie against the ring apron, and Valkyrie, a wise choice to get back into the ring, not allow Cooper to take advantage. Up in the air, slammed into the mat by Cooper. Gonna grab Valkyrie by the hair. Side, take that into side control, some hammer fists. Valkyrie doing well to cover up though. It looked like some of them might have slipped through. Valkyrie using the ropes to get back to her feet, and Cooper just pushing her down. Arm underneath the chin of Valkyrie. Yanking back on the head. Valkyrie unable to power out like Cooper was against that strength advantage. The strength discrepancy. Have a neck crank here on Valkyrie. Valkyrie the biggest favourite on the card. And lateral press. Only going to be a 1 count. Stomp to the lower back. Cooper looking to pick Valkyrie up, and Cooper going to strike first. Doesn't go for the pin, certainly some respect. Check right, oh my God, look at the power of that right. Valkyrie went stumbling. Hanging her out to dry, face first, snake eyes on that top turnbuckle pad. Valkyrie back to her feet, running knee, sidestepped. Oh, and knee connects. You know, Valkyrie loves to go to work on the face. Oh, submission. Valkyrie. Forced Ali Vaziri to submit, and that's going to be a rope break. Cooper saved by the ropes there. And that longer frame is going to make it a lot harder for Valkyrie to tie her up in a submission hold. Off the ropes goes Cooper into a running dropkick, which sends Cooper flying. And Valkyrie now looking to send Cooper to Valhalla and avenge what happened at Gridlock. Here we go. Valkyrie could have it. Into the pin immediately. 1, 2, not quite a 3. Match remains ongoing in our co-main event. Valkyrie looking to drag Cooper to her feet. Slips underneath but gets caught by a clothesline. Like one of Cooper moves is like double the power of Valkyrie's. Valkyrie may hit more, but Cooper hits a lot harder. Irish whip, Valkyrie into the ropes, rebounds off. Pop up uppercut. And now it's Cooper's turn. She got taken to Valhalla. Well, now Cooper's going to take Valkyrie the long road home. No, she's not. Valkyrie had it scouted. Big right hand. And an arm drag by Cooper, not allowing Valkyrie to capitalize. Big clothesline, put everything under that, and caught by a knee. Cooper plays it smart, a ring veteran of, 5 years now, rolls to the outside. Creates a little bit of breathing room, but that's going to allow Valkyrie to kind of keep piling on the pressure. Valkyrie, Cooper was playing possum. Valkyrie still under the bottom rope to come and attack Cooper. Cooper was ready for it though. Threw up in the air and connected with another uppercut. Right hand on the outside. You don't want to get a brawl going with Cooper. These body shots here and an uppercut. Drops Valkyrie on the outside. What, Arai cashing in the non-title match? No belt involved here. Valkyrie's head ricocheting off that steel ring post. Like I said, Cooper will use the environment. Use the ringside area to gain an advantage. And she's thinking she might have knocked Valkyrie out with that ring post. One. Only a 1 count still. Welcome back. To the midsection. Head in between the legs. Oh my god. Pile driver. Oh, Valkyrie! Valkyrie, look at the strength! Knee to the midsection. Pushes Valkyrie back. Oh, go for a check left. The check left countered. Boot to the midsection. Fireman's carry. Up right hand. This brawling style of Cooper. Rocking the chin of Valkyrie. Again, you see Cooper loves to revert back to this chin lock, the power he has. She's crushing all of her weight on the back of the head of Valkyrie, compressing underneath the chin, blocking the airflow. Valkyrie this time finds it from within her, elbow to the midsection, second elbow. Oh, look at that, denying the takedown. Forearm to the back. Knee to the midsection. Another knee. Tosses Valkyrie across the ring. Cooper looking to pick Valkyrie up to her feet. And again! Cooper at the strikes. Will she pin this time? Yes, she will. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Valkyrie, you know Valkyrie's resilient. Valkyrie has not lost a singles match here in UIW yet. She is unbeaten in singles match with the exception of Haley Jones at Gridlock. It wasn't clean though. Hasn't lost a clean singles match in UIW yet. And she's looking to keep that continuing on here tonight. Back to her feet, working that left arm of Valkyrie. Big body shot, and another body shot. Look at the power. Oh! The knee. Oh, barely phased Cooper though, but it doesn't matter because Cooper might be sent to Valhalla this time. Into the pin for the count of 3, surely. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. Valkyrie has the crowd rallying behind her. Boot to the midsection, dragging Cooper to the feet. Spinning soul kick. Irish whip. Cooper going to rebound off the ropes into a drop kick from Valkyrie. Gets back up into a drop kick from Valkyrie. Gets back up, gets caught by Valkyrie, and into a neck breaker. Valkyrie looking to pick Cooper up. Cooper could be a little bit groggy. At this point, went for the submission. Cooper sidestepped it with a forearm to the back. Look at what's going on here. Launching Valkyrie up and spinning around into a powerbomb. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. Cooper now dragging Valkyrie to her feet. Kick to the 5. Valkyrie counters and Valkyrie going to lift Cooper up. A knee straight to the behind. Elbow to the face. Another one. But Valkyrie wiggles free. Turns it into a DDT. Irate by Cooper, not afraid to get dirty. The right hand to follow. Goes for the uppercut. Valkyrie slaps it away. Irish whip to send Cooper into the near left corner. She's stunned against the turnbuckle pads. To the midsection. Boot to the midsection again. Valkyrie looking like she's going to bounce off the ropes. And a big knee to the side of the head. Thinking she might have knocked Cooper out here. Into the pin. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. And this co-main event matchup continues. Valkyrie picking Cooper up. Went for the submission again! Tried to trip Cooper over. Cooper sidestepped it. You wouldn't look at Cooper and think technical mastermind. She doesn't really get submitted. She gets put to sleep. Everyone gets put to sleep by Quinn. Doesn't really submit though. Doesn't really tap out very often. Has that submission game well scattered. Knows she's not very good at it, so knows how to avoid it. And now finally, for the first time this match, I'm not going to take Valkyrie. The long road home. 1, 2, still a 2 count. Oh, thank you, Alvis. Now in full mount, these left hands, the hammer fists across the face. She's not done there. Some elbows now, trying to bust up Valkyrie. Welcome to the stream, Hellish. Hope you're doing well. Headlock by Cooper. Cooper, though, gets a hand slapped away. Right-handed jab has Cooper stunned. Irish whip. Cooper off the ropes. Rebound. Hurricane Rana looks to steal the pin. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count. Goes for a stomp. Oh, another Hurricane Rana by Valkyrie. Stomp to the face from Valkyrie. Rolling around, showing that wrestling pedigree. Cooper straight out brawler, not a technician in any right. And Valkyrie might have finally got Cooper into a submission hold. Lets her go, though. Oh my God, Valkyrie. Look at her go from the top. We know high risk is not the right choice often in UIW, but Valkyrie could be looking to make it work. She wants Cooper on her feet. Valkyrie to fly, and she connects with a drop kick. Valkyrie dragging Cooper up. Goes for the submission again, but gets caught with a knee. And a clothesline from Cooper to send Valkyrie crashing down to the floor below. And once again, Cooper continuing to try and use the environment. Clotheslining Valkyrie onto the hard floor. Is Cooper going to take a count-out win? Come on. No. Cooper! Please, Valkyrie. Valkyrie, get up to her feet. She'll get back in time, I imagine. Irish whip into the ropes, rebounds off. To another Hurricane Rana, into the pin again. If she grabs both legs, she might have more chance of a pin. It'll only be a 2 count. Goes for a stomp. Cooper slips out of the way. Cooper's done well to avoid that submission, but she keeps getting hit. Valkyrie's patented maneuver. Valkyrie looking to work the leg. Make sure that if she locks in that submission again, it'll be over. Oh, a little eye rake again. Uppercut. Oh, Valkyrie stumbling back, doing well to stay on her feet. Talk about the resilience. Talk about the chin of Valkyrie. She's been punched hard several times in this matchup. Looking to pick Cooper up. Cooper with a jawbreaker again. Valkyrie stays on her feet, but she might not be able to stay on her feet. Oh! Flips out of it. Oh, but right into the clutches of Cooper. Launches her across the ring with that power advantage she has. Irish whip into the corner. Valkyrie going to follow up. To the face. Cooper still on her feet. Thrown out of the corner. Stumbling from behind. A little flashback. Stomp straight to the face. And Valkyrie! She's had to kick out of so much from Cooper. She's going to return the favor here. Cooper! Look at that! A combat roll by Cooper. Wasting up Valkyrie here. Valkyrie though! Where's that come from? Didn't last long though. Thrown over the top rope once there. Look at Cooper talking trash straight in the face of Valkyrie. Telling her to get in the ring. Oh, Valkyrie definitely gets back in the ring. And Cooper's going to regret not taking advantage of a stunned Valkyrie. Sent flying across the ring. Midsection. Straight right hand. As I said, yeah. Cooper is getting a little bit tired. I said at the start of the matchup, the gas tank is Cooper's biggest problem. She went like 25 minutes with Amelia Sky, 25 minutes with Haley Jones. She took them to their limits, but she started to fade away in the last few minutes. This match is starting to go the distance. Cooper might be starting to tire out. Carrying around all that muscle mass. Can't be easy, but that's a big spine buster. So driving Valkyrie into the mat. 2. Only a 2 count. As Cooper goes at quite a fast pace. as well, despite the size. Elbow to the face. Misses the running high knee, runs straight into an uppercut. And look at Valkyrie now, completely stunned. A barrage, a combination. And again, this time Valkyrie doesn't slip out. Into the pin. 1, 2. What? Valkyrie remains in, and Cooper now starting to look a little bit concerned. She's having to take a breather. It's getting late. It's getting later on in this matchup. And Cooper now starting to have to take a little bit of a breather. The length of this matchup starting to affect the Iron Maiden of Connecticut. To the face by Valkyrie. Irish whip. Cooper over the top rope onto the apron. Cooper will sit here as long as she can. Valkyrie, no! Valkyrie was hyping herself up. She's a lot of frustration. You can't allow the emotions to get to you, though. Valkyrie got tangled up in the ropes on that spine buster. Valkyrie letting the emotion get to her a little bit there. Oh, blood! Look at that kick! Oh my God, a submission! Valkyrie's been working the legs, but that's going to be a rope break. An exhausted Cooper being saved by the ropes here. Cooper starting to look exhausted, starting to slow down a little bit. And another one of these! She needs to land. She needs to get this win soon. She's starting to slow down, and Valkyrie still kicks out. She needs to hit the long road home. She's not hitting the big move. Look at this. Instead of throwing combinations now, Cooper's just throwing one shot. One shot, one shot, not combinations. Look, Cooper dropping to one knee. Doesn't have the cardio. We're like, oh! Dragged into a pin. 1, 2, a 2 count. Stomp to the face of Cooper. Stomp to the midsection again. Straight on that solar plexus. Gonna wind Cooper a little bit more. Tries to get back to her feet. A kick to the chin, dragging Cooper down. Small joint manipulation here by Valkyrie. This co-main event match certainly fighting for match of the night. Cooper can barely get up. Look at that. Gassed beyond belief. I mean, she might have tapped earlier. Saved by the ropes. Punch to the midsection. Alves is going to sort out the commands. Irish whip into the corner. Cooper not sprinting anymore. Tries to take her down, gets pushed away. It was a sloppy takedown. Look, barely stand, just off the kick. It's fisherman suplex. Irish whip near right corner. Elbow to the face. Again, Cooper could barely stand after just one slight push. The energy is just not there. It's been zapped from her. Again, another lazy takedown. Cooper normally on point with the power moves, but these lazy takedowns just devoided of energy, and Valkyrie now might start to come into her own. Boot to the midsection. Wait a minute! Long road home! 1, 2, 3! Can barely stand, look! What a co-main event! Cooper was saved by the ropes many times, but there's a rope break. There were so many rope breaks from submissions in this matchup. Cooper really slowed down in the past like 8 minutes or so. Stopped throwing combinations, started throwing just one shots, 1-2s, lazy punches. But out of nowhere hit that long road home and took Valkyrie the long road home. Whew. What a co-main event, and we have still got one more match to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. The end of day one. 2 absolute Goliaths will collide in singles action. Are you ready? Because my God, I am. This is more than just a match for Tone and a match for Marco. These two have more history than you realize, even predating UIW. They've never fought each other. Their UIW history consists of Marco Punish being part of the Authority with Xander Slate, and Xander Slate holding back Tone. Tone took it upon himself to attack Marco at the restart of UIW. One of the first episodes back, he attacked Marco. He made it personal. All that time he was held back by Xander, he's getting payback on his way to the belt. And Marco is the man he feels he needs to get past. They've gone back and forth. Tone is looking to show Marco what the business really is. Marco, on the other hand, believes he's the epitome of this business. But these two predate UIW. Tone made his one of his only appearances when he was feuding with Sunshine. Tried to earn his way to Sunshine. Well, actually, at first it was earning his way to the title in a Royal Rumble match a few years ago, different company, and it was actually Marco Punish who eliminated Tone from that. So they have history that even predates UIW. Big man versus big man. I believe this is another close prediction. I think Tone slightly edged it. Tone needs to pick up the slack tonight. The business have not had the best night. Adam Richards fell to Matt Brooks. Alice Blake was killed in the Golden Ticket ladder match, put through a ladder by Jasmine Crossings. But here he comes! Marco Punish! And Tone has got a little bit more to pay back for Marco. Marco, of course, pinned one of Tone's associates, Adam Richards, earlier in the week after a choke slam. These might be the two most dominant, most powerful men. To be honest, I thought this was the pay-per-view attire. If you want, I'll use attire 2 as his regular attire. I got you, sons. They're both spicy attires. I couldn't remember what was going through my mind. Right? Here we go. A clash of titans. The bell has rung for our main event. There's not much size difference. There's going to be not much strength difference. Marco going to come out strong with a backbreaker and a spear already by Tone. But Marco, look at Marco. Not many men get up. Marco holds the stomach and fights back to his feet. These two super heavyweights they're pushing each other over already. I think Tone might be an inch taller. Elbow to the face. Big clothesline, and Tone topples over the top rope down to the floor below. Marco grabbing Tone. Big right hand, sidestep by Tone. A straight jab. Big left hand by Marco. Marco immediately back in the ring. And so is Tone. Tone? Yeah, try to lift up Marco! Oh, he does on the second attempt. Tone couldn't lift up Marco there for a moment. To the midsection. Trying to choke out Marco. Of course, normally Tone would probably punch you in the face there, but that mask offers some protection for punish. Head in between the legs, up in the air. Marco probably not used to being thrown around like this. Well, neither will Tone when Marco starts to get his hands on Tone. There's a second powerbomb. There's a third one. Lateral press. It's going to be a little bit harder to kick out than normal for both of these men with a size on top of you. Only a 1 count against Marco. Marco slaps the hand away, boot to the midsection, running big boot. And look at this is what I'm talking about. These two Goliaths, that big boot didn't even take Tone off his feet. Marco now in control. Knee to the back of the head. That's the advantage Marco will have. Tone has not got a mask. Marco. Well, trying to force Tone to submit. It'd be a very rare occurrence to see Tone submit. Tone able to slip through the legs. Trying to pick up Marco again. He can't pick him up on that first try. The amount of extra energy it's going to take from Tone to get that second suplex off. Marco back to his feet. A second spear by Tone. Oh, into the pin this time. Very cheeky. Only a 1 count. That is very cheeky by Tone to expect Marco to go down like that. And Marco, off the top of my head, has been pinned twice in UIW. None of them clean. Tops attacked Marco before their match. And it took about 4 men to take down Marco against Rob Cross. So to expect Marco to go down off of 1 spear, or 2 spears, is rather ambitious. Oh, I don't know about that. Didn't Benny Banks and BJ attack Marco? Marco now going to show his strength. Throw Tone around. Ah, look at Marco flexing those muscles. Not the best idea. Tone's recovering. Big right hand. Tone sidesteps it. Leads to the midsection. Big clothesline. Oh yeah, triple threat. But I'm talking about singles match. Big clothesline by Marco. Tone back to his feet. Marco ducks a clothesline. There's Tone being thrown around now by Punish. Tone back to his feet. Immediately into a spine buster. Marco dragging Tone up to his feet. Marco! No! Tone with a couple sharp elbows. And now Tone! Driving Marco into the mat for the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Arm underneath the chin of Punish. All that weight pushing down on the back of Punish here from Tone. It's rare you see Marco out-muscled. I think he might be ever so slightly out-muscled here. Tone does look like he has the bigger arms. Pick Marco up. Marco, though, fireman's carry. Again, flexing those biceps. Look at that back muscle. Can you beat that? Big punch to the midsection. Onto the shoulder. What's Marco looking for? A running power slam! Up to the left arm. Oh, look at Marco. Look at that. He's holding the arm of Tone down. Oh! Into the pin. Lateral press. 1. Only a 1 count on Tone. We want to see that choke slam from Marco, please. That will blow my mind. I've never seen Marco lift a man of this size with 1 hand. He tried to, but Tone had it countered. Tone raising that fist. Marco is down. Showing his dominance as the best big man in UIW. Looking to pick Marco up to his feet. Neck breaker. Into the pin on Marco Punish. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Yeah, Tops has more hair than BJ. Marco with a boot straight to the face of Tone. Stomp to the lower back. Oh my god, look at the strength from Marco. Launching Tone across the ring in a way that I'm sure Tone has never felt before. Now a submission attempt by Punish. Tone immediately presses straight out of it. Rolling Tone over. Tone with a drop toe. Oh, a little bit of athleticism. We know Tone can do a moonsault. Base. Oh, look at Marco, still on one hand. Right hand. Belly to belly. Marco with an elbow and a stiff one at that. Big boot. Finally takes Tone off his feet with that big boot. Marco holding his stomach from those spears. Turns Tone around. Welcome to the stream, Tone. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Both of these men in this matchup being thrown around in a way they've never been thrown around before. Yeah, they're making fun of BJ's baldness. Marco picking Tone up. Marco, we've never seen him lift a man of this size. And Tone once again doesn't allow it. Goes for the spear. Marco just throws him. Overhand right. German suplex. Almost launched Tone out of the ring. Oh my god. Oh my god. No! Again! Tone does not allow that choke slam to come out of the pocket. Into the pin on Marco. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. Tone might be just a bit too big to be chokeslammed. Again, look at Tone playing it smart. Knows he can't punch Marco in the face, so he's going to try to choke him out. Oh my god, imagine what that chokeslam would be if Marco chokeslammed Tone. It would break the ring. It would literally put a hole in the ring. Big right hand by Marco. Shoulder block takes Tone off his feet. Marco, jeez, doesn't seem phased by all the offense Tone is getting in, playing with him. Working the right arm of Punish. Looking for another swinging net breaker. Looking to pick Marco up. Marco, though, has it well scouted. Shoulder block by big man to big man. Now looking to pick Tone up. Tone has it well scouted. These two men, so equally matched. Power for power. Near enough height for height as well. They're both about the same size. I might give Tone about half an inch of height difference. All that pressure down in the midsection of Tone. Lateral press here. 1, 2, a 2 count. And Tone able to kick out. A huge right hand on the chin. And look at Marco letting out an absolute roar. Tone has it scouted again though. Double leg takedown. Working the arm here. Tone looking to pick Marco up. Big swinging sidewalk slam. These two super heavyweights are certainly bringing it in our main event. Elbow to the forehead. Went for a clothesline. Hung out to dry and Tone! Tone! Surely now! On the shoulders! Into the pin! A white out on Marco! 1, 2! Ah! The big man! Continues to show his absolute drive. Look at the power of Marco deadlifting Tone. Driving him into the mat, into the pin. Marco firing back. It's only a 2 count. My God. This main event has been absolute fire. Tone now on the shoulders of Marco. Marco picking Tone up. Hard Irish whip, gonna send Tone bouncing out of the corner and a big boot. This is the big boot with the left hand to put Tone in the corner. Marco gonna put Tone back in the corner. Oh, Marco! A superplex? Marco with Tone up on that top rope. Marco, a superplex to Tone! The ring! The ring! Marco punish! And Tone White send the ring collapsing! Will anyone be able to stand? Everyone is down! Marco! Up to his feet! To cap off day one! Tone had Marco's number, but Marco pulled out and broke the ring! Both men put on a clinic in the main event. What a day one. And we still got day two. Woo! Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show we have had tonight. But before we cap off the stream, let's go through who is winning day one on the predictions. So Alice Blake has got 1, 2 out of 9. Alvius has got 1, 2, 3 out of 9. This is not looking good. Reaper has got 1, 2 out of 9. Fury with 1, 2 out of 9. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tone. The feel is mutual. I got you. Where's Aaron at? Aaron's got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we predicted JT. 4 out of 9. That's the one to beat. 4 out of 9 is the one to beat. Jesus. Liam Mercer's got 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 9. Sons has got 1, 2 out of 9. Mamba's got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. 5 out of 9. Mamba's the one to beat. Jay Jones has got 1 out of 9. King has got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 9. Joe Blade has got 1, 2. Oh, just 1. Damn. Joe Blade with 1. Rain has got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. Sky has got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. Rob has got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. Brooks has got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9. 6 out of 9. Quincy. Okay. Let me recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. BJ's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9. JT's got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. Tofu's got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. So Quincy with 6 is the one to beat. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, I will see you tomorrow at 5. If I finish work at 4, if for some reason something happens and I'm running late, I will let you all know. But it's shit as of now. I finish at 4, so I should definitely be live for 5. But as always, I think I haven't been able to. I've only seen the count for a little bit, but I saw 48 at one point. I don't know if anyone saw higher than 48, but I appreciate everyone who's tuned in tonight. Until tomorrow, we've had day 1 of Broadway Bash. Tomorrow will come day 2. Until tomorrow, though, I hope each and every one of you have had a wonderful Christmas.